on three. 1, 2, 3. Win!
The alley-oop!
Hello, Saints fans. This is the Coaches Show, your show, an in-depth analysis of St. Martin's softball. Alongside the head coach for the St. Martin Saints, Jim Peterson. Coach, what a weekend it was up in Ellensburg with a 4-game series sweep of Central Washington Wildcats. Coach, I'll leave the floor to you. What were some of your main takeaways from this past weekend?
Yeah, it's great to go on the road and win 4 games. Going to Ellensburg, the weather played a factor on Saturday's game. It was super windy. So all the games were really close. So us being able to score runs really puts pressure on the other team. So, like I said, going on the road and getting wins is great for us, and it's tough to do in the GNAC.
Tough thing to do, especially in the windy conditions of Central Washington. And, Coach, having you coached there before, what did this weekend mean to you?
Yeah, what it does is it keeps us in the conversation of if we continue to win, our goal as a team is we want to make it, obviously, the GNAC playoffs, and can we advance into the regional NCAA regional playoffs too. So we have to keep winning and find a ways to win these games, and they're close games. So we're coming out on top. So as long as we keep hitting the ball, we'll keep doing well.
Saints did hit the ball very well this weekend, and one of those reasons was the GNAC Player of the Week, Heather Ebner. Heather, congratulations on Player of the Week honors.
Thank you.
Well, what went right in your eyes this past weekend?
Obviously my offense. I knew that he wasn't going to give me many pitches to hit based off last year and how that went. So I just made sure that I capitalized on what he did give me and what the pitchers missed, and we needed to score runs, and that's what we did. My teammates got on, and I made sure I did what I could to score them.
10 of 13, including 3 home runs. And when you're in the batter's box, what's going on through your head?
Just to attack, score runs. They're close games, and we weren't going to lose. So.
And through the conditions of playing in Ellensburg, how did that play a role into how you guys played this weekend?
I think that we realized that the wind was a big factor, so I think that when we got out of the box, we knew that they'd probably make errors, so we capitalized on it. When they dropped balls, we were on second. And
opportune doubles taking place over the weekend over in Ellensburg. For this season, what has this year meant for you personally?
I think that softball itself plays a big role in my life. Being able to succeed in this and be there for my teammates and have them be there for me, it's just a big opportunity to have and grow my family.
Grow in the family. And what does it mean to you to be a leader to not only the upperclassmen, but also the underclassmen of this team?
I think that we all know that we want to end the season with a ring, and we want to go to regionals, and we want to make it farther than we did last year. So just to succeed, I guess, this year.
Looking for success, and that's still to come for this St. Martin softball team. Next up, Taylor Orgeles. And when you talk about the St. Martin Saints and the future, Taylor Orgeles is one of those key factors. Freshman from Puyallup coming off of injury. And Taylor, I know this isn't the start to the season that you were looking for, but how has the recovery been up to this point?
I won't sugarcoat it. The recovery's been pretty hard, but it's been a learning lesson, especially being on the sideline. And part of that is you have to take advantage of being able to watch your teammates, your coaches, what they do. And especially, like, the most important thing is just being a good teammate. Because at the season, it was really hard for me. You know, I feel like I was missing out on a lot. But as you go on, you start to learn new things, and you just learn how to cope with it. And the only thing is you can just work harder to get back after it. So.
What are some of those lessons that stand out over the course of this year?
You can't take anything for granted, especially softball. And I think moving forward, I'm not going to take practice for granted. I'm not going to take games for granted. So.
And what have your teammates meant for you in your recovery?
I think being surrounded by my teammates has been a lot for me. I've only been a part of a few games, the home series, and we've only had 2. And so being around that, it just makes me want to work harder for them to get back.
Talk about great teammates involved, especially in your recovery, Taylor. Another one of those key teammates, also a freshman for the St. Martin Saints, Analise Griffiths. And Analise, you talk about making the jump from the high school level up to college. What has this year meant for you, first year in the collegiate ranks?
I think it's really taught me a lot of lessons and just how to persevere through many challenges and never to give up, no matter how hard it is, and just always keep going.
And when you look at some of the great mentors that played a role in your development, how does Coach Peterson and his job stand out for you personally?
I think just building that connection from coach to player is very important, and I think he's played a big role in that so far. And I continue to look forward to that journey ahead of us.
A lot to look forward to. Who has meant the most for you leading up to this stage in college?
Well, my aunt actually played here, so I think she played a big role in helping me find my way and finding my path. And these teammates around us, just I always know that they're gonna have my back no matter what. So it's a big love I have for all of them, and it's a great support system.
Who is the best prankster on the team?
Oh gosh, man, that is a hard one. Honestly, I feel like I'm pretty good myself. I'm not gonna lie, but I'd have to give it to Shelby right here.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
What's a great story that stands out about something outside of playing around the diamond or in the outfield? What is one story that stands out about making this time at St. Martin so memorable?
There is so many memories, but I think that we had a little dodgeball little scene go on, and it was the softball team versus probably men's soccer, and it just it came down to the last second, and it was a big win on the softball part, and that was a big core memory that we all had together. So I think that was a great time.
Bragging rights over men's soccer. What a night that was, but what a great team as well, and it also is anchored along with Shelby Lawson.
Yeah.
Now, Shelby Lawson alongside, look at the totality of this season for St. Martin's. What stands out for you with the development of this team?
Honestly, I think just going through all the adversities that we faced this year and just really playing together as one has been such a huge thing for us. I think we've won every single game by playing as a team, and that's what we need to do moving forward. So, yeah.
Playing together as a team, and you look at the season for you personally, what stands out as far as the highlights are concerned?
I think honestly just growing and as a leader, I think as an upperclassman it's been a challenge, but I think what stood out is just how my teammates really have my back and how we can all have each other's. Yeah, it's just been a huge blessing, so yeah.
As far as the growth in the future for St. Martin's, what do you like the most about the underclassmen?
I just love how they do their thing and they just go out there. They're fearless. They're awesome, and they've played a huge role in our success this year. And they challenge the upperclassmen to be better as well. So, yeah, the future looks really bright.
Building for what is a great team. I got to bring it up. Inside the park home run. What was going through your head on that deep shot out to center?
Well, I was thinking it was only going to be a double, and then he sent me to 3, and then he sent me home, and I was just like, what the heck? So, yeah, it was fun. It was a good memory. The celebration afterwards was really fun, too. So, yeah.
Good time. Celebrate the inside the park home run. And as far as looking ahead, Simon Fraser coming up, and also with playoffs that seems to be ahead of the Wings for your team. What stands out about being at your absolute best coming up next?
Yeah, I think these next few weeks are really important. We have to play our game, no matter who it is. We just have to play our game and play at the highest level that we know that we're capable of, and we'll do great things. So, yeah, I'm excited.
A lot of excitement, a lot of optimism for the future. And on that note, let's head back to Coach Peterson. Coach, you got Small microcosm, 4 fantastic players for your team. What stands out, all 4 of them?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for our team is that we have a lot of first-year players on our team, and having the upperclassmen bring them in and teaching them our system, our style, our brand of our philosophy of softball, because we rely on first-year players playing for us on the field and getting starting time. So that's going to be big going forward to their experience they're getting right now in the field.
A lot of experience going forward, and now you talk about experience, especially in high-stakes matchups this weekend. Simon Fraser, how big is this weekend for the totality of the season?
And for us, going back-to-back on the road, consecutive weekends, we have to make sure we have energy to come up and ready to play. And they're a really improved team, so we have to play well when we're up there. And like I said, these games count for GNAC, and they're also West Region games. So all of these are important for the next 2 weekends.
GNAC implications, Western Region implications up ahead for the St. Martin Saints this weekend. Our friends over at SFU Athletics will have the call for you in Burnaby. That's all the time that we have for the Coaches Show. For head coach Jim Peterson and the rest of the St. Martin Saints, I'm Danny DeBock saying so long and take care. And as always, it's a great day to be a Saint.